So it's the 4th of July, and it's 3 days away from 4 months on testosterone. And this is me, Justice, hollering at you. So let me hop to it, talk about changes that I recognize. Um, Begin with physical. Um, so I'm getting a shadow on my upper lip from hair growth, and I have recognized that it's growing in, and it's looking kind of cool. Like, I'm very excited about that. I've been noticing a lot of changes actually lately, and have been very excited, and been doing a lot of research about um, what changes are to come. I'm very curious to know the transition that's happening to my body, and finding ways to stay healthy and stick with it and keep on top of the game. So, as far as hair is concerned, I have more hair growth under my chin. I was able to get a line up the other day when I went to the barbershop. Um, I have hair growth on my thighs, my inner thighs. I just recognized that the other day, and been really just happy about that. The hair on my calves are growing in, and just a lot of hair. I'm recognizing that I have a lot of hair growth. Um, Muscle mass, I've been able to maintain. I'm still in the gym, still on top of my game. I actually lost 5 more pounds because I've been in the gym and been consistent with it. Um, Although I love the gym, I've been struggling with the gym lately, um, just because sometimes you have your down periods, sometimes you have your up periods, but I'm disciplined, and that's a good thing. So I stick with it, stay consistent, try to get all of my exercises done, and then I'm out into the world. So other things, you probably recognize that my voice is deeper. When I talk to people on the phone, they're like, "Wow, your voice is mad deep." So before, people really didn't see the change, except for my boy Nick. You know, but he's on top of his game. You know what I'm saying? Really supportive, and have been following me through this whole transition. I just want to holler at him because without him, I probably wouldn't be at this in this space right now. Other things that I wanted to discuss in this video journal. I usually don't talk about personal things, but I feel like today would be a good time to kind of share about passing. One of the things I've shared in my video before was my challenges with passing, because I'm pretty top heavy, and I've been having problems with binding. Well, yesterday, I think I figured out probably the best remedy for that at this time until I'm able to get top surgery. So, for all those who are kind of like me, um, I would suggest um, doing a lot of push ups and a lot of chest activity, building your upper body. And while you're building your upper body, what's going to happen is that you begin to lose that top heaviness, and it becomes more muscle mass, muscle tone, more of a build. And then for binders, I recommend um, you're going to have to use two. It's unfortunate. Um, so I use the Last Chance bra, um, and basically that's like a five barbell plus, and then I put that on first, and then I put on top of it the frog bra. I recognized yesterday I had no problems passing. You know, I didn't get any second looks. You know, people were just like, you know, what's up? Um, I actually went back to a place that I lived a long time ago, probably about 5 years ago, and people didn't recognize me. It was funny. My sister, God, God bless her, yo, she's got my back for sure. But I went there and I was, you know, I felt like, yo, why y'all know who I am? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, you know, y'all my people or whatever. But one person commented, well, you know, you look really different and you don't have breasts. And I started laughing. And she was like, did you chop it off or whatever? And so I was like, you know, it's all good in the hood. You know what I mean? So I was really happy about that. Pretty excited. And realized that this shit, you know, so back to the binding piece, this shit really works. So it was cool. Um, I came out yesterday to a couple of my friends because I recognize that, you know, um, I'm going to have to, you know, because I can't continue hiding this from certain people that I feel probably are the closest to me. And so I came out to my boy and we had a really long conversation about, you know, whether I'm going to get surgery, when I'm going to get surgery, feeling safe. He suggested, even though I'm working out, that, you know, I should possibly take some, you know, other courses like maybe kickboxing or, you know, something like that or whatever. And I told him I got, you know, a crash course in the hood and don't have no worries. You know what I'm saying? Then we both laughed or whatever. But, you know, being serious about safety and, you know, his love for me, I'm going to take that into consideration. Maybe try a kickboxing course or two. Um, Took a couple of friends out last night to dinner because they are very special to me. One who we were just talking about, he's puppy setting my dog while I'm in, you know, while I'm trying to find a place to live on my own. I'm currently living, you know, with a family member, so I'm not able to have my pupster with me, but you know that'll change soon. And my sister, who I love dearly, she got my heart or whatever. So about passing, yesterday in particular, I was able to use the men's room. I felt safe. There was no problems with that. But when I went back to the table, you know, me and her kind of celebrated because I've been talking to her about my challenges with passing and just feeling uncomfortable going in both the woman's room and the man's room. It seems like, you know, if I go in the woman's room, I get harassed. I don't feel safe going into the men's room because sometimes I feel like with the top heaviness, I'll get, you know, they'll look in my eye, then they'll look down, and they'll be like, what the fuck, you know. Yeah, sorry about the French. So we celebrated strong, you know, because I was able to go in there, feel safe, didn't have any problems, walked out or whatever, and it was cool. So yesterday was a real good day for me, and I'm happy about that. Um, yeah, and I think that's pretty much the end of this because I feel like I'm just going on and on and on about random stuff, and I need to, you know, not be random. But power to my peoples out there, and hopefully y'all stay strong. Y'all do you, be who you are, and love yourself. One.